Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 8 of the Curiosity Cache. How's everybody today, players?
Wait, there we go. Thumbs up.
Yay, thumbs up. Excellent. So, when we ended last session, Captain Morrigan, who has been nice enough to take our shop workers on a little voyage to find Friede, had gone below decks, and noticed the cook was maybe trying to get something out of the box that he couldn't reach or something. And so you got closer and realized something was eating him from the inside out as a large worm erupted from his face. You know, good wholesome stuff. What does Captain Morrigan do as this thing comes out and is screeching, and you notice around you several of the crates and bags that are down here begin to like move around?
Oh my god, there's more.
Oh, I noticed there's okay. So my original plan was to stab him in the face,
Or what's left of it, right?
or what's left. Yeah, but there's more than just the one worm. There's like lots of motion happening.
I mean, you don't see any others, but you've never seen your cargo move around like that before, so it would be safe to assume there's something else down here. Yeah.
So I think I called someone down here at the end of last session. Is that true?
I don't remember for sure. I think you shouted, but I don't know if you necessarily said anyone specific. But if you were to have, who would that be?
Well, it doesn't matter who it is now, because if I see that happening, I'm going to rescind that order, run outside, and like close the door.
Okay.
So we have to. That's not a one sailor job. We got to attack that from all fronts.
So as you run away, this thing kind of coils up and tries to lunge at you. Oh my god, at disadvantage. Does a 20 hit you?
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay. So you shout and begin to back away, and as you turn, you feel this like thing bite you. It just latches on this kind of. They have mouths kind of like I think lampreys, where they're just like circles of teeth.
Right.
And it like latches onto you. You should make a con save.
You're good at this, right? You are not. Oh shit.
Oh shit.
That's a solid 2.
A solid 2.
A solid 2.
Things are not going well for Captain Morrigan, as you are paralyzed until the end of your next turn. But you're only taking one point of damage.
Okay.
Meanwhile, upstairs, everyone just go ahead and make me a perception check. Braca is solidly into watching something else. Decim is trying to figure out what Braca's looking at. And Prachi kind of glances over at them and is like, whatever. All right, so we've got some NPCs up there. This guy right here, Jojin, the first mate, his ears perk up. Like he has these weird kind of misshapen pointy ears, and they kind of swivel around. And he's looking around, but he doesn't really have a direction. He just kind of looks around. I guess let's go ahead and roll initiative, since, you know, we have end of turn things going on.
Alright. Let's see.
I'm not sure what my bonus is, but I'll roll a d20.
Perfect.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, there we go.
Decim, your bonus is 1.
Ow.
Do. What's everyone on deck doing?
Looking at whatever Brock looking at.
I'm looking at whatever Decim's looking at.
It's really confusing. It's like a game of mirrors, where you're kind of moving at the same time.
Right.
Trying to get it all right.
All right, so Braca got a 16. Decim got a 6. Pracha got a 6. Captain Morgan got a 6. What is it? 666. Oh my god. Let's have Jojen. Jojen is just more with it than anyone else is today.
That's why he's the second mate.
Right?
The first mate, actually.
Selena is up on top. Wow, she's super paying attention, but just not to below. Barnabas, he is busy scraping barnacles off of the back of the boat. This is Irene. She might actually be paying attention. Miela. The closest thing, to answer your question earlier, the closest thing to a bard that we might have on the ship would be Miela. You've actually heard her play her lute a couple of times during this voyage.
Aha, okay.
And Srigic is not here. Okay. So, Captain Morgan. Wow, Captain Morgan. So, yeah, several of these things crawl out of the area around you, and you are paralyzed. So they get advantage on these attacks.
Mm-hmm.
What is your AC?
This thing says 10, but that would only be if I don't have any.
Oh yeah, you should have a leather armor plus your dex.
Leather? So that'd be 14 then.
14.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are 2 hits. 3. Nope, that one misses. And that one hits. So you're going to take 3 more points of poison damage.
Okay.
As these weird, kind of leechy looking worm things slide out of the cargo around you and latch onto you. Because you are already poisoned until the end of your next turn, I am not going to have you roll another save because it hasn't been your turn yet.
Right.
Let's see. It is your turn now. What would you like to do at the end of your turn so you can't really take an action, but at the end of your turn you become unparalyzed and you can like shout or whatever, kind of as a free action.
I'll just shout out, "Don't let them escape."
Okay. Jojen definitely perks up at that, and he looks down at the grate that goes down in the hold.
Mm-hmm.
Pracha, Braca, and Decim, go ahead and re-roll your perceptions, and we'll give you advantage.
Alright.
Getting a message saying it requires WebGL to run.
Just go ahead and roll a d20 and just tell me what you get. I'll add in your stuff.
Let me go get a d20 real quick.
Sure.
Oh,
wow, Braca.
Sorry.
Whoo.
Sorry, Captain. I
Pracha, what are you doing? All of you. Let's see.
I'm mopping. I'm doing intense mopping. And I need to pay attention to that because the rest of the world is chaos.
That's totally fair.
Yeah.
Decimo adds a 1 to his perception check.
So it's a natural 20 for a 21. You said we're rolling an advantage, right? You want me to roll that again?
I don't think you can roll any higher than a natural 20, but you could try.
Yeah,
I'm always down to let you try.
That's a 3.
Excellent. Well, with the natural 20 plus 1 for 21, as Jojen looks over that direction, you definitely hear shouting coming from below deck. It does not sound like happy shouting. It sounds like angry shouting.
What kind of angry shouting? There's all sorts of types of angry shouting.
This seems more. So that one group of people that you traveled with for a while, whenever they would fight something and it would hurt them, and they would shout angrily at it, it was that kind, as opposed to the shouting that they would do when they were hurting something else, but angrily.
Oh, it's like they're getting hurt. So,
right.
Desmond will yell out the one of the useful phrases that you learn from them, which is "Foul beings, you shall fear my divine wrath and retribution." You will fall before me and be cleansed, and then run towards the sound of the noise.
Okay.
What just happened?
I'm really surprised it isn't stab it in the face.
No. Stab in the face was what they meant by that, but
that is fair.
String of words that Desmond picked up from that period of time. So yeah, he will totally yell out this phrase. It's clear he doesn't understand what it means, but he is going to shout it out as is tradition and go running towards the sound.
Okay, so you get to the stairs that go below deck with your movement. Do you want to dash down there or what?
A rat that dashes is the rat that falls in the pit. So we're not going to dash, but we will hold an action to stab it in the face if it comes up the stairs.
Stab it in the face.
I don't have anything to stab it with, but I will improvise.
All right, so Captain Morgan, what's going on? Save. I put a little, or I tried to put a little marker on your guy.
Uh-huh.
And either my internet's being slow or something, it's not showing up. Or you might see it, I don't know. Just to denote that you were below deck. I don't have a map for below deck, I'm sorry. Jojen moves over. Wrong button. There we go. Jojen runs over and goes down the steps and says, "Captain, what are you doing?"
I'll just repeat it, like, don't let them escape, while I'm like pointing at the clearly like lamprey like things stuck to my body that weren't there 2 minutes ago, I'm pretty sure.
I'll say you're probably right. Jojen says, "Oh shit," and uses the rest of his movement to get almost to you. Selena is up in the crow's nest, crowing. Zareen. Where is Zareen? Oh, Zareen is right here. Well, Zareen will walk over behind Essam and be like, "What's going on down there?"
Desmond will very quietly point down the stairs and say, "The foul beast must be cleansed."
Okay. Miela, I think, is on the back. Yeah, so she's steering. She definitely sees this, and you notice that she watches the stairs go down the hole carefully, but she hasn't left her post yet. Bracco, what would you like to do?
Out of curiosity, as much as anything else, I would like to follow Desmond.
Okay.
And pull out the dagger that I think that I carry somewhere, probably more around my waist than, say, around my ankle, because, hooves, I don't really wear traditional shoes.
Yeah.
And try to make my way down there.
Okay. So you can get 1, 2, 3. You can actually get to the bottom of the stairs.
Okay. And from there, how close are they?
Let's see. I'll put you over here. And then you can see Captain Morgan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He is 25 feet away from you.
Okay. So I'll try to shout at them, either some combination, disembark, pick on somebody else. I don't know what you sea worm creatures do, and dodge.
Okay, fair enough.
Trying to bait them to come towards me.
All right, with that, you are no longer paralyzed, right? Captain Morrigan?
Right.
All right, so they won't be rolling this at advantage. That's a bonus. But the 5 worms around you are going to try and attack you. All right, so we have a 6, 12, 11, 19, and 17. So only 2 of those hit you, right?
Right.
All right, so that's 2 poison, and I need 2 con saves technically, although if you fail the first one, you don't need to roll the second one.
First one is, no, that's a 1.
So you like shout out, and you notice Jojin run down the stairs, and you yell at him to not let them escape, and then they just start biting you again, and you're like,
just silly fault.
Pratya.
Yes. All right. So I saw Decim yell out something I would expect to come out of a paladin's mouth and go rushing towards the stairs. And then I watched Braca do almost the same, as well as the crew member. So I'm going to make my way over there.
Okay.
Just because I don't know what's going on, but I just want to see what the fuss is about.
And Braca is down below, so you can technically go down the stairs as well if you have enough movement.
I have... just have 30 movement.
I think you have 3 squares left. So you can technically get to the bottom of the stairs and go 1 square past him, so you'd be under the crow's nest.
Okay, so like... here we go.
Yeah, right there. Perfect.
Perfect.
And you can plainly see now that all of these worms are just trying to chomp on good old Captain Morrigan. I guess I should throw up their images, shouldn't I? That would be nice. So that's your movement. Do you do anything else?
I'm gonna hold my action. Just because they're over there. I'm going to shout out to the other people up above to come quickly because below decks is infested.
Okay. No, stop. Do. The duplicate feature is a little weird, as it just kind of throws them wherever on the map. Bloop. Where is number 5?
Ooh.
Overboard.
Apparently. Let's try just duplicating that one more time. There's one. Nom 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 nom. So yeah, you see them all nomming. Did you want to do anything? I'm sorry.
No, just shout to the people above.
Okay.
And then hold my action. Other than that, yeah.
Decim.
So I'm still on the stairs with Braca dodging next to me. Have you gone downstairs yet?
Everyone is downstairs except for you.
Oh, except for me. Oh,
Yep.
He's not dodging anymore.
Braca is technically dodging, but he's on the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah, basically, I'm like, I can only go so far, so I'm dodging a bit, but trying to bait them in.
And moving bait.
Success.
Moving bait tense seems like it has a higher success rate than not moving bait, so he's like dodging around.
Mm-hmm.
He will chitter out Corey and wills it in the most ferocious way he possibly can.
Yeah.
And runs downstairs, but is going to kind of stand behind Pracha and Braca.
Okay.
And he's going to do a quick glance around to see if there's something he can arm himself with.
Well, he should have a dagger, but otherwise, below decks, there are probably like oars stashed down here in the case that they would have to row the ship for some reason. I could see there being like one of those, the hooks on the end of the stick for moving things around. I could see there being one of those down there.
Yeah, that seems like, I mean, when these fearsome words are yelled out, clearly you've got to have the biggest thing possible.
Right. Yeah, your dagger seems just anticlimactic.
Yeah, it's just not as effective as other things I've seen used before. So I'm going to have to get the biggest thing I can find. So a gaff with a hook works perfectly. That looks formidable, looks effective. Yeah, I'm going to grab one of those.
Excellent. Then you stay where you're at?
Flash my teeth. I'm going to hold my attack on whatever goblin or humanoid or whatever person that's on the street that we're totally vanquishing in the name of good.
Totally. And you don't see any of those, but there are these weird worms that are biting the captain way down there.
Have I seen these before?
No. Actually, you could do an Arcana check or a History check.
Good dice. Arcana. 16 plus.
Yeah, I'll give that to you. So, in your journey to get from your birthplace down to Shelzar, in your years of servitude and such, there are times where you've heard of these grubs that show up, and they're kind of like spreading across Skarn. It's really a problem in like areas where they're like getting into the grain and stuff and eating all that, but they also like kill livestock. They just kind of seem to eat anything. And so like they're killing livestock, they're killing plants, they're eating up grain supplies. This is, you've seen bodies of these like that ranchers have killed and stuff.
Are they edible?
I mean, if you are what you eat and they eat, other living things, maybe. You do know they're poisonous, so maybe not.
I will brandish my hooked gaff and chitter out, Corey and Wilson!
Excellent.
And dodge.
And dodge. Captain, at the end of your turn, you are no longer paralyzed.
As far as I know, barring some kind of like breaking or like magical entryway, the only way out of here is through the stairway that is now like blocked by people.
I mean, there's the grates above your head are technically removable, and so they drop the cargo down in here. However, I mean, for the most part, they kind of have to be lifted out.
Okay.
You might be able to use one of those hook gaffs to like push it up and slide it over, but they're heavier than you could probably do.
Oh no, I don't want to like leave now that I know that these things have to either somehow go through the grates or get the, like 6 people. Now we've quarantined. Now we can like kill. Supposedly.
That's right. You just got to maintain some social distancing from the exit.
And then we're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Barnabas. Which one is Barnabas? Oh, this guy. That's right. He's scraping barnacles. Jojen. Jojen actually pulls out a sword and runs up and attacks this one. Oh my god, Jojen. How hard is it to hit a friggin' worm?
Jojen's really shocked, honestly.
Yeah, well, like, he doesn't want to hit you. And
fair.
So
that explains it.
Selena. What's going on down there? Zyrene. Do you need help? Does anyone
take that silence as a yes?
He pokes his sneaky head down and kind of like looks down the hall and is like, "Oh crap, Captain! Don't let those things bite you."
Thanks for the advice.
Miela shouts at Zyrene, "What the hell's going on?" And he looks up and says, "The captain's got something eating him." And she says, "What the fuck is going on?" Brocco, what do you do?
I move in and try to very, very bravely stab one of these things.
Excellent. I think that actually hits. Yep. You
First
hit
blood.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2,
Minimum
3,
damage.
4. So you could go to there and stabby number 1 there.
I assume you don't have spare swords lying around?
Would there be spare swords?
Sword might be more effective.
You stab that one,
turn.
And like a large amount of goop comes spraying out of it, and it falls lifeless to the ground.
First blood.
Yeah.
Try to like flick it off with my little dagger and turn.
Pracha and Decim, make perception checks.
Ooh, okay.
That's when we find out there's like 50 more on deck.
9.
9?
9.
Excellent.
Perception.
7. Excellent.
I'm having all the luck today with
Right? Everyone is rolling so amazingly.
Oh yeah.
So a couple of these worm things have slithered down through the storage crates and everything and come out from either side. One is going to attack Pracha and one is going to attack Decim. Decim does a 21 hit you. I just have to ask these questions. I'm assuming so.
Decim disbelieves
Right?
the attack.
Pracha does a 16 hit you.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. Wasn't totally sure what your AC was. All right, so both of you need to make a con save and take 1 point of poison damage. If you are immune or resistant to poison, let me know.
I am resistant. 16?
Hey! Ha
Did you roll a 16, John?
Yeah.
Let's see. And you have a +3 to that. So 19. Woo. Excellent. So neither of you are paralyzed, but you take... each of you do take 1 point of damage.
All right.
Can I take half a point of damage?
You could if there was a half thing, but there isn't. And then... Captain... You're going to have 2 more that hit you, so that is 2 poison damage and 2 con saves, if you would.
Let's see.
Oh, what is it with that one? It loves you.
At this point, I think he's just kind of like giving in to the poison. It's like,
right?
you know,
he can't even quite make it to the point where he turn around, like flip them off or anything like, spiritually satisfying. Pracha, what do you do?
I'm going to use my sword.
Okay.
Take out my sword to stab the guy in front of, or the guy that just bit me.
Sure.
Let's see. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, I will admit that the 22 hits. And you lop it in half. It falls screeching to the ground and then stops moving. Do you want to move it all?
Kind of happy where I am right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait to move.
That is completely fair. Decim. A large worm has introduced itself to you.
I will proclaim yet again. Thou shalt not vanquish the good and virtuous. Verily, thou shalt die, instrument of evil. And attack it.
Okay. 12? I gotta check something real quick. Because oddly enough, you're not proficient with hook arm.
Negative.
But you don't have a negative to your strength, which is good. So yes, you will hit it. Roll a d6 for me.
Stand by. 4.
4. As it opens its mouth and its teeth glisten in the sunlight that's shining down through the grate, you just take that hook arm and just jam it down its throat and kind of squiggle it around a bit, and it stops moving.
Korea be praised.
Anything else?
I will strike a pose.
Okay. What's that pose
Not
look like?
a blonde-haired human with his hair flowing in the wind. Yeah.
A little bit of the ocean breeze wafts down the stairwell, and your fur just kind of ruffles.
Flex my non-existent armor. Flexing on the evil.
Yeah, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Captain, you at the end of your turn, you stop being paralyzed. So technically in your turn you have to call your action. And if you're paralyzed, can you call your action to be like, when I am not paralyzed? Or does it take away your action completely?
I think it takes away your action completely.
Takes it away.
That would be my guess.
But he still can like yell.
Yeah.
And so he's still going to be like, keep cutting, but not me.
All right, Barnabas scrapes. Scrape, scrape, scrape. Scrape, scrape, scrape. Scrape those barnacles. Jojin! Rawr! Swings his curved sword and misses. God, there, Jojin. Selena? It sounds like something's going on down below deck. Cyrene. Yes, the captain's being eaten by something. Miela. What the fuck is he being eaten by? Braca.
So first I'll try and stab one of these things.
Okay. Yes.
Ooh.
You show Jojen what's what, and finally stab the one that he has missed twice. Ending
Click
its
another
life.
one off the dagger, then try and look up at the rest of the crew and yell, "Your captain needs you!" Well, assuming one of you can hit.
Right?
And turn.
Okay. The grubs. The grubs are going to attack the captain. And are going to all hit the captain. The captain needs to make 3 con saving throws and take 3 poison damage. You can do it. Come on.
Let's not roll a 1.
That
Okay.
makes it. That doesn't make it. You start moving, you're just like, oh, Pratya,
Mm-hmm.
what do you do?
I'm gonna move towards this little beastie over here. Slowly but surely. What, six squares is 30, right? So I'm well
Yep.
within my range. I'm gonna go there.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to attack the little guy in front of me.
Okay.
Which I imagine is her rushing forward while screaming
Yeah.
to kind of throw it off guard.
And Jojen kind of looks at you and, does one of those, he kind of stretches up his arms to get out of your way as you rush past. He's not going to get in the way of the screeching orc woman with the sword. You will hit and take that one out. So you just jam your sword into it and it kind of squiggles around for a moment and then falls lifeless. Excellent. Decim, you have conquered the evil. But there is more evil to be had.
More evil.
What do you do?
I will approach the next worm, which I'm still thinking about cooking because they do look pretty grubby and delicious.
Are you?
But not right now.
You're still
There is
medium,
things to
correct?
do. Huh?
You're medium, correct?
Correct.
And you don't have any
small side of medium, but yeah, I still characterized as a medium ranger.
And you don't have any weird movement thing that increases your movement through small spaces, right?
Yeah, through small spaces, yeah, I can squeeze.
Do you? Okay, cool. So,
because squeezing.
The area that you're in, there's a bunch of cargo over in there, and so you kind of work your way up on top of it so that you can reach this one that's attacking the captain.
So as I swing down my my hooked gaff upon this worm, I'll chitter out, the pain you are experiencing is redemption.
Bathe in the light of redemption.
Bathe in the light. Yeah, so it'll be it's a 15.
A 15, sure. Go ahead and roll a 6. D6.
And that is a 5.
A 5.
So whatever the bonus is on that.
And Braca and Pratya, I mean, that sure looks like redemption. As he skewers this worm, you've never seen Decim be quite so paladinish.
Can I make an insight check on
Right.
whether this seems genuine?
Right? Sure.
Because Braca may be slightly afraid of possession at this point.
I mean, that is definitely an amazing and heroic thing that he just did. I don't know if you necessarily think it's possession or anything weird, but I mean, it's Decim, and his mood swings are rather excessive.
That's true.
So, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm worried.
No, it's clear he has no idea what he doesn't understand what he's saying.
Even the words. He's just miming or mimicking, right?
No, that is not clear to Braca right now. That's why he's worried. not in the heat of battle.
And especially the fact that like he's like so like clear on it. Like there are words that don't quite mix together, but it seems like very focused speech, which is weird for Decim. Captain, at the end of your turn, you begin to move.
And I yell, "Bring the rum."
Bring the rum. Oh, Decim, make a... go ahead and roll a d20.
Does Decim have rum?
That'll be a 4.
A 4, okay. Barnabas finally looks up. Did I hear the word rum?
What?
Jojen is going to move to here and attempt to...
I believe in you, Jojen.
Right? Jojen needs to believe in Jojen. That's the problem. And he doesn't. He feels like he has let you down.
He has, but it's okay.
Upstairs, some stuff happens. Zyrene is going to hop down and then move to here. Oh God, what are those? Yellow Braca.
Okay, I guess I have to do a lot of this myself.
Nice. So essentially you like move the captain out of the way as he's paralyzed, stab the worm that's about to attack him, and cut it in half.
And I look at the captain, who doesn't seem to be able to resist me at the moment, and say, "Hey, Captain, at what point do I get a promotion?"
And then shake his head for him.
Oh, no, I don't do that. I very distinctly don't do that. I'm just putting the question out there.
Yeah. All right. Pracha, what do you do?
There's no more creatures that I can see right now.
You don't see anything, no.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna roll a perception.
Okay.
Just in case. Listening for any more of those creatures that may be around, since they seem to be potentially good at squeezing, like Decim is.
With a 6. Amazing.
I save all my good rolls for my attack rolls,
right.
apparently.
So you look around, you don't notice anything. Like a couple of the worms are kind of quivering, but you don't like see any signs of life or no more like crawling out of the crates around you.
Okay.
Anything else you want to do?
Look at Braca and say, the captain's doing us a favor. I'm not sure if any of us can promote it.
Decim.
Decim, there's no more worms, right?
If you'd like to make a perception check, you may.
Do a quick perception.
Sure.
As a 9.
A 9. You don't notice any.
He will strike yet another pose. Seems very, very specific and almost ritualistic pose, and he says, "May you find redemption in death, that which you have spurned in life." And it strikes another pose.
So what does this pose look like?
Well, I mean, imagine Decim with like flowing golden hair,
right?
Always just like facing the wind, so it kind of moves a little bit, kind of looking halfway down and halfway up, because you gotta kind of have that dramatic sort of the sun kind of in the face, but also I'm very sad that I had to murder all of these people sort of look, you know. But I'm not really, because with justice, and also I'm getting all their shit. Yeah. so he looks conflicted,
Okay.
like Obi-Wan.
Interesting. Captain, you can move, and no more worms are there to bite you.
Okay. So then I will. First, I want to thank my new crew members. They really helped me
Right?
out.
Jojen looks so put out right now.
And I'll just pat him on the back, like it's okay. I didn't die, and you tried your best. And while trying your best doesn't always matter, like today, the results end up the same. So it's no problem. But we still have work to do. I'm going to have Jojen help me move our now lost friend.
Yeah.
And then I want to get anyone who's willing to help to do like a thorough search. To one, see if there are any more of these things, and two, to see what food we have that is still usable.
Okay. So yeah, Jojen looks over at Krut and is just like, "Oh, Krut, no!" And
Don't look at his face.
don't look at his face. He's like, "Oh, I thought that. Oh gods!"
We're gonna carry him out like face down, so we don't have to. Yeah.
Braca. So what do you do?
So, I will. Hey, you just called me part of the crew,
I mean,
and start looking around for these.
Okay, go and make a perception
Just
check.
remember that's official now.
What's that?
Just remember that's official. Part of the crew. Part of the crew.
Wow, 19. Woo. So you definitely hear some slithering. Can you see the screen?
Nope.
Nope. Okay, so it is off towards the stairs. Between you and the stairs, there's some slithering in the cargo.
And I let people know.
Okay.
Hold on. Yeah. So tell people that there's slithering because, as far as I know, they're not necessarily attracted to sound, just vision.
Right?
And turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just as you call that out, on the other side. So Zirine looks in the direction that you're pointing, and then from behind him, some more worms pop out. Bloop. And attack him. Both are gonna hit, and he fails his save. So you hear some rending of flesh, and he cries out. Pracha, what do you do?
I'm gonna do what is now going to become my MO, which is I'm going to pick up my sword again, start screaming, and rush at the worms.
It's weird. It's such a non-orc-like trait that you have.
I know.
Everyone's going to be confused.
There we go. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 square. So there we go.
And make your attack.
Now let's see how this goes.
Are you more of a jabber with that sword, or are you more of a slasher, do you think?
I think I'm more of a slasher with it.
I felt like your last time all you really had room for is jabbing, but now that you're kind of away from most people, you have more slash room.
Sounds great to me. Oh, there it is.
with a 6. A 6 is going to miss. So yeah, you begin slashing, and then you realize, like, as the sword kind of scrapes the ceiling above you, and that, like, that grate that's up there kind of bounces up and down a little, you're like, oh, maybe I should have jabbed.
Should have jabbed. I knew it.
Right? Decim. There are more vanquishings to be had.
There are more vanquishings to be had. But oddly enough, these things have not dropped any loot whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I'm conflicted.
And for what it's worth, you don't see any sign of redemption on their little weird faces. Not like those people that, you know, your previous...
Yeah, it's weird. Desmond looks really confused. But he's going to try again. Maybe he's not doing it right. He's not doing it right. He's going to try again. And he's going to yell out in his chittering, broken Lydian, although this is unusually clear as a phrase. He will say, "This is your fair and just trial where holy judgment will be rendered and justice is served." And then he will attack it.
Okay. So Braca, he, like, leaps off of the crate that he's on, uses you to, like, jump forward. Like, he just, like, jumps over your head. It's almost like a scurry, like a rat, like how they kind of scurry over each other. But, I mean, he's so large and he's wearing clothes that it is kind of this weird, graceful pose. Lands on the ground next to you, or on the floor. And what'd you get?
That's a 13.
And you slash down, or stab down at the one in between Cyrene and Pracha. Roll a d6.
6.
And I mean, there's so much force behind it, it just squirts goop out as it dies.
At this point, he's just going to undulate in slithering, like chittering.
Yeah.
And seems really, really pleased with himself at this point.
Does anyone else speak Slytherin in the group?
No, but I'm still saying how.
Right.
How did that just happen?
Yeah.
That's not how he normally moves.
No.
Yeah, John, we're going to have to talk about the future of Decim's class taking. But
regardless of class, he'll probably still keep doing this.
Right.
Force a habit.
So what is what does he say in Slytherin? Because Cyrene next to you speaks Slytherin, and I want to know what kind of reaction he should have.
Oh, he is effectively exclaiming in surprise. He didn't think that would work, but maybe that guy had some idea of what he knew that he was doing. I guess clearly, if it works for him, it works for me.
Yeah. Pracha, you notice Cyrene kind of give Decim this like weird side eye. I mean, he's a snake person, so it's hard to tell exactly the expression on his face. And then it is the captain's turn.
I'm with Jojen moving the body, correct?
So you had actually said, go look for any more, and you were turning to the body, and then Decim was like, oh, there's more over there. So you may not necessarily be like lifting the body up right now. You might be next to it, which is fine.
Okay. Then I'll start doing that. Because we don't have a handle on it, but it's not out of control anymore. Not seemingly, anyway.
Yeah.
I don't want to make sure my friend gets a proper sea burial.
Yeah.
That doesn't keep being.
We need to take this upstairs so we can throw it overboard.
Throw it overboard.
Okay. So you pick up, or you help Jojen pick up Krut's body. And do you want to start moving with it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then on his turn, the two of you will... Do you want to dash to do so? when it's.
Is there enough room to dash?
So if you dash, you would be able to get to the end of. You would get to the stairs carrying the body.
Yeah, we'll do that then.
Okay. Okay. So then Barnabas does step up on top. Jojen and the captain carry Krut's body this way. And actually, we're going to... Celine, get out of the way. We're going to stop here because when the captain gets there...
Another one pops out, doesn't it?
Another one pops out.
Oh, no.
From right there. It hisses and attacks you. 17 will hit, right?
Yeah.
All right, so that is 1 poison damage and a con save.
Come on, you can do
Do
this.
it.
I believe in you, Captain. 13.
Nice. Let's see. That makes it. You feel the burning, and you feel the burning of its poison, but it just doesn't do that clenching of your nerves. Excellent.
Nice.
Jojen. Cyrene is down here. He is going to pull out a long, thin sword and stab at this worm. And we'll hit it.
Hey.
And we'll skewer it soundly.
Woo!
And he shakes it off. It's still kind of screeching and writhing, and as he shakes it off of the sword, it stops moving. Blech. Do. Braca.
All right. So there are still some more worms because Decim's acting very, very animated.
Yeah.
Braca's gonna look at him a bit, try to get eye contact if possible, and then go to the nearest worm and just simply stab it.
Okay. So to get to it, you kind of have to squeeze up in this area, but you can definitely get there.
Balancing it out for the rest of the group.
Oh, man.
Sure.
Fumble. Make a dex save. Nice. So as you're kind of trying to work your way over the crates and such that are over there, you slip on some goop that was another one of those worms earlier, and you almost fall over as you're making your attack. You almost fall over, but you manage to keep your feet. Anything else you want to do?
I almost...
Oh, go ahead.
All right, everyone, remember as we're flicking these things off, just think about where you're placing them. Yeah, it's easy to slip and fall.
It's all this willy-nilly leaving corpses everywhere. Excellent.
Dispose of them properly in the proper trash.
Yeah, as Brock has been doing that the entire time.
So Braca, as you slash at it, it kind of leans back from you, rises up and takes a snap at you. 17.
Yeah.
17 will hit. So that is
Yep.
1 poison, and I need a con save. That is plenty. You feel this tension kind of build in your muscles as they spasm slightly from the poison, but nothing happens. And then do. These are not really being quiet as they slither out. They're kind of screeching, so everyone knows where they're at. And if they're off of that main center strip, they are on boxes or slithering out from between boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Pracha. What do you do?
Well, I'll know it will come as a surprise to you, but I'm going to pivot,
Rah!
scream, and yell at the next, and rush towards the next creature.
Okay. And to do so in a straight line, it's more like you kind of have to like vault over a couple of boxes and such. Go ahead and make your attack.
All right. Let's see. As this. There we go. Make that roll.
Oh no. So as you like jump over, it just gets awkward, and your sword like scrapes along the ceiling again as you're like getting ready to swing it down, and that thing totally can tell you're coming and just like scoots out of the way.
Gotta do stab. Stop attaching. Gotta do stab.
Decim.
I learned this.
Stabbing works.
I am the instrument of mercy. I'm going to go after that worm. 18?
Which one do you want to go after?
The one that Prachi missed.
Okay. Raw.
Instrument of mercy.
And roll a d6.
4.
4. He mercies this one to death.
And another pose, of course. This one, more like Tim Tebow with a kneel, like a bent knee, kissing to the sky kind of thing.
Brachi, you just don't
and
even
also
know.
looking around to make sure that people see, it's very important that everyone see how righteous I am.
Yeah. I mean, you're like right up in Pracha's face. It's hard for her to miss it.
Yeah. I will actually encourage her to also kneel because I'm the instrument of mercy.
Right.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And the unbelievers will be, dealt with in
Smoted.
merciful ways.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, Captain.
My employees are very effective.
Captain will continue onward
Okay.
with Jojen's help to get the body out of immediate danger.
Okay. Are you gonna go all the way outside?
Yeah.
Okay. That's Jojen. So on Jojen's turn, 2 of you. 1, 2, 3. However, so it snaps at you, Captain, as you move away from it, but it misses.
Yay!
Selena calls down to you, Captain. What the hell is going on? She's the one in the crow's nest.
I don't have rum. Also, there may be some worms in our food. Killed Shek?
Crut.
Killed Crut. You should probably come down here for now.
Zyrene takes a swipe and will hit. And we'll take out this one. Blech. Again, he skewers it, just kind of messes up the inside of the worm with his pointy sword, and looks down at it with satisfaction. Not quite satisfaction that Decim has, though.
None of us have that.
Miela asks Captain, do we need to weigh anchor? What's going on?
Yeah, we should weigh anchor.
Okay.
And then help out downstairs a bit. You'll know what to do when you get
You'll
there.
know what to do.
You'll know what to do.
Braca, so Zareen just shish kebab the one in front of you. You know that there's another one somewhere behind you. And there's a couple more towards the back of the ship as well.
So I look for the one that's behind me.
Okay.
Do I make a check for that? Can I just
go ahead and make a
walk around? Like, oh, sure.
Go ahead and make a perception, but use advantage. As you kind of step out into the hall here, and you head down this way. Do you want to approach it when you see it?
Of course. It depends on whether I still have an action.
Yeah, you definitely have the movement to get to it and an action.
Oh, then yeah, I want to move to it and try and stab it.
Sure, go for it. An 8. An 8 is going to miss, however. It hisses at you and kind of like coughs up some weird looking phlegmy grossness. And then it is its turn.
I think I need to start pressing.
How fast do you move? That one is going to attack Braca. It kind of coughs that grossness up and then tries to bite you and misses. Oops, sorry. Pracha.
Ooh.
Yes.
So you can see the one that Braca is trying to stab and that is trying to bite Braca.
That one.
Okay.
That one. Run and scream.
Rah.
3, 4? I think it's 4 now. All right. This time I'm going to try to stab it.
Okay. And you succeed.
Ah! Stab it.
And you just stab it so hard because you're so irritated and missing the others. Like, it ends up kind of bunched up on your sword. Like, there's still a bit of its tail kind of wagging off the end. But it's... You essentially... It looks like you have a worm sword temporarily.
Shake it off as best I can.
Excellent. Decim, she has smote that one soundly. You're pretty sure that you heard more towards the back of the ship. You could go look for them.
Totally need to go look for them.
Or, I mean, you can do whatever you want to do here at the front of the ship.
That sounds like a great plan. Let's go after them. Decim will lift his hooked gaff in the air and chitter out, "Taste the righteous edge of my great sword," and run forward.
Braca, you are pretty sure that is not a greatsword? Pracha.
Yeah, I think I've seen a greatsword before.
Right? Decim, go ahead and roll a perception check.
11?
11. So with an 11, you're going to approach the one that you see, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you run forward and you see one slithering around in these boxes over here, and it kind of like jerks up as you run towards it.
Foul beast, you will pay for what you have stolen.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Oh, sorry, roll damage. Come on.
Stay on the table.
Yeah, I know. Stand by. 4.
4. So it's weird because like as you go to attack it, it's actually lunging forward at you.
Yeah.
And so you miss it pretty widely. But does an 18 hit you?
Probably.
All right, so you take 1 point of damage and make a con save.
17?
17 will make it. You kind of feel tingly, but not all that unpleasant.
Is it a familiar tingle?
This one's probably a little different, actually.
Yeah.
You're not really sure whether you like it or not.
We'll try this one again.
All right, Captain. So you have the body above deck.
Then it's time to bark out orders.
Okay.
We'll drop anchor. get everyone downstairs to like help out. Considering even if we're able to save some food, we are down a lot. We're going to set sail as soon as possible because if we can't continue on to our destination, we're going to have to make a stop at some point to
Gotcha.
like restock.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then George and I will kind of do some medicine checks, I guess, to figure out, how did this happen? Why does he not have a face anymore? Did he eat a thing?
Well, you actually saw why he doesn't have a face before.
But how did it get in? That's the question.
Yeah, totally. All right, so go ahead and do the medicine check's fine. And while you do that, Barnabas runs down here and begins to drop the anchor. I mean, your guess is as good as Jojen's. It might be that he ate something and then it multiplied and climbed out of him.
Okay. So yeah, we'll like come up with two guesses and then flip a coin, and whichever, if it's heads or tails, we'll like pick that one.
Sure.
Move on from there.
Yeah, science.
Science.
Zyrene. Okay. Zyrene moves around Decim and spins to face the worm that bit Decim. Tries to stab it and does stab it pretty soundly. Oh. But does not manage to kill this one. Miela stares the ship. Raka.
One of these survived the stab.
Yeah, one of them survived being stabbed.
Wow. This must be a super one. Can I get close to it?
Sure.
Assuming there's nothing in between, I'm going to get close to super one, and seems like you need teamwork on this one.
Teamwork is the best.
Teamwork makes the dream work. And did that roll go through?
It did, and you stab it.
There we go.
You managed to take that one out. It looks maybe a little bit larger than the other ones, but for the most part, pretty similar. All right, this one.
I look for a place to the warm body where no one else trip over it and turn.
Cat. This worm scurries forward and tries to bite Decim. And will bite Decim. Decim, make me a con save.
19.
19. So again, that like kind of weird twitching in your muscles, and you're gonna take 1 point of poison damage. Pracha.
Raise the sword. Yell. Charge. Ha! There we go. At the one attacking Decim, the Slytherin Paladin, apparently.
Best paladin ever.
Best paladin ever.
He worships trash.
Worships trash, yeah.
Yes.
Trash panda.
He did create life.
That
Here we go.
Excellent. Nice. So you managed to ram the worm that's on your sword down the other worm's throat, and it just kind of like squishes them apart as you do so, and this one also dies.
Stabbing. That's what you
Stabbing,
gotta do.
right?
Stabbing. It's effective.
Who knew with a longsword that stabbing was the best thing to do?
I know. Learning new things every day.
So, as the next few moments pass, you realize you don't hear any other slithering or any crates moving or anything like that. We'll go off in initiative, but what would you like to do?
Behold, sinners, the swift yet deliberative and fair justice of our God. Repent.
Robert!
Who is that?
Huh?
You did hear him cry out Corian a few times.
Who are you following their desk?
What?
So your audio's breaking up.
Try again.
Wait, yeah.
Oh no, he keeps freezing. Okay, so he's going to disconnect and come back. Which might switch our videos over. Let's see who's who once he comes back. What is everyone else doing?
Staring at Dessum.
Oh wait, searching for evil loot.
For evil
that
loot?
Can be used against evil.
Oh, gotcha. So it's for loot for the purpose of using against evil.
Yes.
So evil loot. Gotcha. Okay.
Evil loot, yeah.
You notice there's a bunch of crates. A lot of them smell like grain or foodstuffs. As you kind of look through them, most of those things, however, have look partially eaten.
That's fine.
I mean, why not, right?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah. But nothing that looks like things that could smite the evil better using their own tools of evil.
Probably not.
He looks very confused.
Braca, what were you saying? I can't tell if he's listening or if he's frozen again.
I think it's just so. Oh no. Can you hear me now?
Kind of. It's really choppy. Waiting to see what he types out here. Okay, so he says come back to him. So, Captain, yeah, you get everything taken care of up on deck, and the crew is essentially stopping the ship so that you guys can figure out what's going on before sailing on.
Yeah, I'm going to rescind that one.
Okay.
Because no matter what, those things are poisonous. So if anything they've eaten, we probably shouldn't eat. So our foodstuffs is greatly diminished.
Gotcha.
So I'm just gonna. As of now, we're gonna continue sailing on, and then depending on how much stock we have left, we may take a stop to the closest like port city.
Gotcha.
Like,
yeah. So you and Zareen and Barnabas go below, and you find everyone kind of like looking around for more of the weird worm things and kind of looking in the boxes. And sure enough, most of the boxes have been broken into. And actually make a investigation check.
You can do this.
You can do a group one if you would like.
I'm gonna say yes because I don't.
You're gonna say yes.
Not that I don't trust him, but he rolled an 8.
All right, so we got an 8. And if anyone else is also investigating, go ahead and roll an investigation.
What are we investigating? Just the worms?
Hold. Yeah, you're investigating the hold to figure out what's going
I'm
on.
happy to help with that. Of course.
Yeah.
12.
12?
There we go. 7.
7. So you notice that there are like some holes in a lot of the crates, or like some of the food bags and such are just like torn into, and most of the stuff inside has like this weird slime all over it that seems to cover the worms as well.
Oops.
Much of the food has been eaten, and that slime is kind of worked in, so like anything that's grain is just kind of saturated in it. Overall, Captain, you feel like you have some food, but probably, depending on where you're going, because you don't really know where their friend is,
Right.
you might feel better pulling into port before moving on.
Do we have enough food to get to Calastia?
You don't think so.
Okay, but yeah. Closest port city.
Okay. There aren't really any large port cities on the way, but there would be like some fishing villages and such that you could.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
Testing something. How well can you hear me?
Much better.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, I think that similar to some of the issues that you had in terms of being able to upload things live,
Yeah.
it seems like the LA area decided that there's not quite enough bandwidth for me to upload video
Yeah.
streaming. But other than that, I'm fine.
Perfect. That is A-okay.
So I'd like to try and take a look at whatever food we have left and see if, based on my knowledge of having to try and survive out in the wilds with not
Yeah.
a lot of food, if I can identify what could still be preserved.
Sure. Go ahead and do a survival check. 14s all around. Yeah, so you get a pretty good idea of like what is left, what is salvageable of that material. Although you notice Decim kind of sniffing around some of the stuff that you're like, I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole, and he like licks it and then stuffs like a handful in his mouth and just kind of noms away on that. And it's all like very like he's not even doing it on purpose. He's just chewing on those things as he goes along.
It's habit.
Right.
It's habit.
You've
yeah,
also seen him
really.
do this in the store, like in the shop. He does this
Exactly.
with
Yeah.
the pastes and the creams from Dr. Zagini, so you're not surprised. But it might be good to watch him, and if anything bad happens to him, then you'll know if that stuff is actually bad or not.
Yeah,
Canary in the
so
coal mine.
Then again, you may not know that because he has eaten so much weird crap. He might survive, and you could die. You don't know.
yeah.
If he dies, it's definitely poison.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, or it's just very, very high quality food for non-decims.
Mm, 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 mm.
And Captain, as you're going through this and everyone's kind of checking the food, you do notice some of the darker corners of the hold, like where the sun isn't really going down. The foodstuffs in that area are also inhabited with these like weird little jelly balls. They're about fist size.
And we didn't order any jelly balls
No.
for.
No,
Yeah.
no jelly balls.
I'm stopping them. Just stomp them out. Yeah.
So the captain kind of shrieks and begins to like step down on these things, and everyone can hear the squishing noises that kind of echo around as he does so.
Okay.
Anything else, Captain? You're just
gonna
like, kill
have-
it with fire! No, wait.
Yeah. That was my first thing. Like, let's just lock the door and burn everything. And then, like, I can swim, but other people can't swim as well as me. Okay, new plan.
Hey, Jojen can swim as well as you, so
So that's
you two are
rules.
set.
I'll have Jojen pick one other person and, like, find more of these jelly balls and
Sure.
just step on them. Just cause.
Yeah, so he and Barnabas just search through everything, and they do find some more. Some are definitely further along and in their gestation, and they can find like little worms circled up in the balls, and they squish those as well.
Squish those double. Just.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Then I'll get everybody. We'll do a nice like captain of the ship speech.
look, we're all gonna die.
We're all gonna die, but
Save yourselves. No, wait. What's he actually say?
essentially because he has to address the death of a crew member, which is gonna be a whole thing.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna like let everyone know like we're gonna stop by this whatever the closest like place to get food is, and then he wants to get his new crew members to kind of talk to them to see if they're okay with this because it is a slight detour So are you all like fine with this change of pace? I know that wasn't what was planned.
Well, you know, it's disappointing that we can't immediately go after our friend, but considering the circumstances of potentially diving into starvation, having a dead body on board, and
Yeah.
also the really horrific, horrific, horrific smell from all of these dead bodies,
Yeah.
corpses, I think we'll give you a little bit of leeway this time.
If it,
Thank
I
you.
appreciate that. If it makes you feel better, I'm pretty sure I know he's being enslaved. So we know where he is. I'm like 49% sure that's where he is.
So
49. That's
less than 50.
Less than 50?
Yeah.
Not much less though. Like just a hair less than 50.
Why not just 50? What do you
Well,
have doubts?
I'm 50% sure he went to Calastia.
Okay, so
And then like 98% sure of that 50% sure that he's being enslaved if he's going to Calastia.
He's trying to hedge his
Where
bet
else?
in the betting pool. So if anyone's
Yeah.
betting on whether
Yeah.
brother Friede, you have to have one just a little higher. So yeah.
Just
Where else would they be going if not Calastia?
I mean, anywhere east. But honestly, like, if he's going east, it's probably Calastia. And if it's going Calastia, he's almost definitely being enslaved. Now, if he's enslaved and we wait too long, we may not be able to find him. But, you know, one problem at a time.
this is fine. Well, our friend Decim fortunately has friends wherever he goes. So if worse comes to worse, if we get to that port and he has been taken somewhere else, hopefully Decim can talk to some of his friends and potentially sniff him out. I imagine Friede will be very unusual in Calastia and easily to be picked out. Did we
That's
ever
good.
describe Friede to you?
Yeah, a person thing was dragged onto a Calastian ship. That's all I really need to know, right?
I mean, yes. Imagine a person carved out of a block of ice. That's pretty much Friede.
Could you repeat that?
Person carved out of a block of ice. He has a ring to deal with the heat, but
Wait, is this an ice statue? I
no,
don't think-
no,
no.
he's not an ice statue, but that's kind of what he looks like.
Would
Much fur.
Captain Morgan know about Essex at all?
Let's do a history check on that one.
If you roll over a 10 now on this, I'm gonna be so pissed.
You're like 27.
Where is history? I can't. That's history.
10.
Fair enough, yeah.
You've never seen an ice person before. Like, you do a lot of traveling. You know, you've done a lot of trading. You don't really get up to Albania. Like, the colder climes aren't really all that popular for your crew and your the stuff that you move, like the stuff you ship. So, no, probably not. You can feel, if you want to, that you potentially have been taken advantage of, and you were on a goose chase for an ice statue.
No.
He smells like the cold part of a gin and tonic.
Wait. He's related to gin and tonics?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Smells-
Yes.
smells like
Yes.
the cold part of a gin and tonic.
So he smells like a corporate gin and tonic. He is related to gin and tonics, but he's not related to gin and tonics.
No, he's not really. No, he's what is known as an Eshik.
Ash.
He's a person from northern areas. They are really good with ice and snow, and it kind of looks like he's made out of ice.
And frosty drinks.
He's great at parties. Sticks his finger in there, just roll it around.
I'm just gonna do a quick roll.
Sure.
Just
Are you inciting?
no, I did a odd or even type thing
Oh, that's fair.
because I'm like I don't. Yeah. Okay. Since it is odd. Yeah. Okay. We'll continue the search for this ice person thing.
His name's Friede.
Friede. We'll continue the search for Friede.
Okay.
But you will have to be on the ship a little bit longer, and there is some mopping that needs to be done. So I'll help you, of course. But
as you're saying all this, Barnabas walks behind you. He's like, "There's barnacles that need to be scraped off too."
Oh yeah, and
which is usually
barnacles.
His job, but like now that there's new people,
and there's barnacles that should be scraped off, to help find Friede.
Friede.
Friede. Yeah, that's his name. Boy, I could really go for a gin and tonic right now.
Just remember, Friede needs freedom. That's how you're going to remember the name.
I can do that. Friede needs freedom. Okay. And no matter what, if we go to Calastia, we're going to start some... we're going to make it a little difficult for them to continue stealing people.
I'm all for that.
Then, yeah.
Aggressive persuasion.
And that's why this is going to work out. Aggressive persuasion with the Calastian.
Excellent.
Desmond can negotiate.
Did I hear Decim's amazing battle cries?
Oh yeah, I mean the whole ship heard them.
I bet you can negotiate. In fact, you are now on the lead negotiating party. That was.
He'll look to Pracha. He has no idea what that means.
That was
Decim, if it comes to a time when you need to take, does Decim still have the weapon in hand? By the way, or no? Yeah. I'm gonna. Yeah. I'm gonna point at his hook spear thing that he picked up. I'm like, if it comes a time when you need to use that, you're part of the team.
And just then this breeze rolls in and it just ruffles his fur in just this oddly majestic way.
I'm now questioning whether or not he's actually a paladin and he just has a language barrier.
Yeah. You see, it's not just Braca.
Right? I like it. Well, it's a little early to end, but I feel like this is a really good spot to end at.
Yeah.
Rather than getting into other stuff. So, why don't we all do our introductions and we'll call it for this week. So let's start with Braca. Braca, who we can't see right now, but go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us all about you.
Yep. So I'm Noah, and I play Braca Blue. I'm sorry you can't see me anymore, but Los Angeles has decided that no, we're not going to let people upload a whole lot of video.
Right.
But I can still talk to you and interact with people. If you want to find me on Twitter, I'm at Noah Grant.
Nice. Do you have any upcoming conventions or anything going on?
I have something. Basically, I've got a lot of stuff lined up for next month.
Gotcha. Well, as we get closer to that, send me links so I can make sure to send those out for people. Awesome. We'll move over to Pracha.
Hello, everybody. My name is Catie. I play Pracha. You can find me on Facebook at Catie Griffin Writer and follow all the cool things I've been doing. Or you can visit my website, www.mostimprobable.com. And that pretty much is it.
Well, speaking of one of those cool things that you've done, what is the book that just came out?
Yes, Dystopia Rising Evolution just came out through Onyx Path Publishing. It uses the story path system. It is a post-apocalyptic genre, so the apocalypse has already happened. And I know probably right now you may think I don't want to do apocalypse, but it's all about rebuilding after the apocalypse, so it's kind of a more positive note. Nice. So if you like that sort of thing, go check it out. You can get it on Drive-Thru RPG.
which you're watching Scarred Lands right now, which is also a recent post-apocalypse in fantasy world. So if you're watching this, you probably do like that thing. So go check it out, and I will put a link in the show notes for that as well. Moving down to the temporary Captain Morrigan, who also plays Friede. Chaz, tell us all about you.
Hi, so I am Chaz. I am a master's student at Colorado State, where I study like video games and D&D and storytelling and music and how all those things like mesh together to make one fun, super cool thing.
Yay!
Currently captaining Captain Morgan, who is just excited to like start some shit with the Calastians. So
Nice. All right, and last but definitely not least, Decim, tell us all about you.
My name is John. I make whiskey in Ireland.
Yay.
And you can find me on the internet at Distillosaurus Rex on Instagram.
On Instagram, okay.
Yeah.
Yay. And
Yay.
I guess I should introduce myself. I'm Jeremy Hochhalter. You can find me on Twitter at WHPubs or on Facebook, WHPubs. That is also the same thing. Yes, WHPubs. Or you can go to the website, WH Publications. That's all I've got for today. So thanks everybody for watching. Thank you all for coming and playing today. I appreciate it. It was fun. And we will see everyone next time. Bye.
Bye.